Hey everyone, welcome back. This is video 8 of the CKA series, and we are picking up right where we left off. We are going hands-on with deployments and replica sets today. In the last video, we ran a pizza shop. We had a fleet count keeper, the replica set, whose only job was to make sure that 3 drivers were always on the road. Then we hired a fleet manager, the deployment, who controlled how those drivers got swapped out when a recipe changed, gradually and safely, without the customers ever noticing. That was the story. And if you haven't watched that one yet, please go ahead and watch it first. The link will be down in the description. Because today we are not telling the story anymore. Today we are living it. We are going into the lab, real commands, real Kubernetes. And I'm going to show you every single thing we talked about. The replica set, the deployment, the rolling updates, hibernated replica set, the rollback, the history, all of it, happening live in front of you. By the end of this video, the theory and the practice are going to click together in your head like they were always meant to be. Let's go. All right, time to open the pizza shop. Let me log in into my control plane 2 node. I'm gonna take 2 terminal sessions to it. The terminal on the left-hand side, we will be executing most of our commands over here. And the terminal on the right side, I'm gonna just execute one single command over here that will monitor the pods which gets generated in our environment in real time. That command will just be monitoring the pods as they get created, get destroyed, and get recreated. We will see everything happening right in front of our eyes today. So kubectl get pod -w is the command to continuously monitor the pods. And we will create our first deployment. Don't worry about these commands again. You will be able to find all these commands in kubernetes.io. You just got to know what you want to do in the terminal of your Kubernetes. The commands will already be there in kubernetes.io. So kubectl create deployment is the command which is used to create the deployment. We just created our first deployment. I've called it Pizza Fleet. The image version is Nginx 1.4, and that is our pepperoni version 1 recipe. And I want 3 of them running. That is 3 drivers always. So we see on the right, the moment this deployment got created, we have 3 pods running right now. Now let's check the deployment. kubectl get deployment is the command to do that. And as we see here, under ready, we have 3/3, which means 3 pods are running of 3. The desired pods is 3 and 3 of them are ready. That means the fleet count keeper is already on the job. Now let's see the full hierarchy. kubectl get all is the command to see the full hierarchy. Remember in the last video, I said that deployment doesn't manage pods directly. It creates a replica set, and replica set manages the pods. Let me show you that chain right now. Look at this. That's the deployment. Then the replica set. Kubernetes created it automatically. And then we have 3 pods. That's fleet manager, the fleet count keeper, and your 3 drivers. The whole hierarchy right here on the screen. Let's get some details about the replica sets here. See the name? Pizza Fleet -random hash. Kubernetes generated that. That hash ties the replica set back to its parent deployment. Now let's take a look at pods. Each pod name is replica set name plus another hash. So just from the name, you can trace any pod back through its replica set all the way to its deployment. That's your breadcrumb trail in a live cluster. Now let's get some more details about our deployment. The command that we will use is Kubernetes kubectl describe deployment. Let's walk through this information. Take a look. Replicas. 3 desired, 3 running. Fleet count keeper is happy. Strategy type, rolling update. This is the default. This is the setting that makes 0 downtime updates possible. Then the rolling update strategy. This is the fleet manager's rulebook. How bold or careful to be when swapping drivers. And down here, events. This is the fleet manager's notebook. Every time it scaled something up, created a replica set, stood one down, it's all logged right here. in the order. Now let's look at the YAML file of this deployment. Let me walk through the parts that matter. Replicas 3 drivers on the road always. Strategy type, rolling update. The fleet manager swaps drivers gradually, not all at once. Now these two, max surge 25% and maximum unavailable 25%, this is the rule book. We have 3 replicas, so 25% of 3 is 0.75. For max surge, Kubernetes rounds up. So that's 1 extra pod allowed during an update. Briefly, you can have 4 drivers on the road. For max unavailable, Kubernetes rounds down, also 1. So during the swap, 1 driver is allowed to come off the road before their replacement is fully ready. The fleet can briefly dip down to 2. Now compare that to maximum unavailable 0, which says never pull a driver off until the new one is fully ready and delivering. That's the safest setting. But the rollout is slower because Kubernetes has to wait. Our 25% setting is slightly more relaxed. Faster rollout, but there's a brief window where you are running on 2 drivers. For most production apps, that's a completely acceptable trade-off. One more thing I want you to notice, and don't worry, we are going to dedicate a whole video on this. But see this selector section? Match labels, app, pizza fleet, and down here on the pod template, labels, app, pizza fleet. That label is like a jersey stitched onto every driver the deployment sends out. It's how replica sets know which pods are its pods and not someone else's. We are planting the seed now. We will pull it all the way out in the next video. Now let's check the rollout status of our deployment. Successfully rolled out. 3 drivers, pepperoni version 1 on the road. Before we change anything, let's snapshot where we are. This is our baseline. As we can see in the rollout history, we are on revision 1. Let's find out some details about what's in this revision 1. So we see that the image used here is Nginx 1.14. That's your pepperoni version 1 recipe. Now let's change the pepperoni recipe to version 2. That means we are going to change the image version using a single command. New recipe, the boss wants pepperoni version 2 out on the road. Let's push it. And this time, let's actually watch what the 25% strategy does while it is happening on the right side. So we see that the 3 pods that were originally running are getting terminated and the new pods are swapping their places one by one. We can see the names of those pods are different than the original ones. Let's see the rollout status of our deployment. It says successfully rolled out. And remember what's actually happening under the hood. This isn't the deployment directly swapping pods. It created a brand new replica set version 2, and it's telling the old replica set to retire its drivers one at a time, while the new replica set brings its drivers up. 2 fleet count keepers, one being stood up, one being stood down, the fleet manager conducting the whole thing. 2 replica sets, look at that. The old one, pepperoni version 1, desired count 0. Not deleted, not gone, stood down, hibernating. The new one, pepperoni version 2, 3 pods, fully running. The fleet manager kept the old replica set exactly as I said it would. It's parked, waiting, and you are about to see exactly why. See this. The old replica set still has everything intact. The old image, the old labels, the full original configuration, its complete snapshot of version 1. Ready to be brought back to life at any moment. Let's check the history. Revision 1, pepperoni version 1, revision 2, pepperoni version 2. This is your audit trail. Every change your team makes captured in order. Let's see what's in version 2. You can come back to this 6 months later and know exactly what was running. Now, let's push one more update. Pepperoni version 3. The kitchen says it's better. Let's see. we are going to change the image version to 1.26. So on the right side, you can see the pods getting terminated and getting created. Let's check the rollout status and the history. So we have 3 revisions: version 1, the original; version 2, the first update; version 3, the experimental one we just pushed. The reviews are in, the customers hate it. V3 is a disaster. We need to roll back right now. This is the moment the fleet manager earns its keep. Watch how fast this is. Let's look at the rollout status. Successfully rolled out. Let's get the replica sets. Done. The fleet manager just resurrected the version 2 replica set. Woke it back up, scaled it to 3, and put the version 3 replica set into hibernation. Same 25-25 strategy, just rolling in the other direction. No new code, no rebuild, it just flipped. That hibernated replica set we saw earlier, that exactly what made this instant. Let's look at the history now. And notice the rollback is revision 4. Kubernetes never rewrites history, it adds to it. You always have the full picture of everything that happened and in what order. So in our case, we rolled back from version 3 to 2. So revision 2 became 4. Now let's try to roll back to a specific version. Say, what if V2 isn't good enough either? What if the boss wants to go all the way back to the original V1 recipe? You can do that. Just specify the version number like this. I'm going to roll it back to version 1. Let's look at the status of the rollout. Now, roll out successfully. Let's look at the history. So we roll back to version 1. That's why we still have 3 revisions over here, but version 1 became version 5. Back to Nginx 1.14. Back to Pepperoni version 1. Revision 5. The fleet manager went into filing cabinet, pulled out the version 1 replica set, brought it back to life. That's the power of Kubernetes, keeping those hibernated replica sets around. Now let's try one more scenario before we wrap up. Scaling. It's Friday night, the shop is slammed. You need more drivers now. How do we do it? By this one command. kubectl scale deployment, the name of your deployment, and replicas. Give it a count. We were running 3 before. We have added 2 more drivers on the road, replica 5. We see that on the right side, it's creating those 2 new pods. So now when we will run kubectl get pods commands over here on the main screen, we will see that 5 of those pods in total are running. Yep. The replica set sees the count is below 5 and spins up 2 more pods immediately. Same recipe, more drivers. No damage, no image change, no rolling update, no new revisions. Scaling is a separate operation. Last command, a pro tip for when you need to make several changes at once without triggering a separate rollout for each one. You pause the fleet manager first, like this. kubectl rollout pause deployment pizza fleet. So it says deployment paused. Now let's set the image to 1.27. We're going to run the same command again. kubectl set image deployment. Name of deployment, container name is equal to nginx 1.27 because we are updating the nginx image to 1.27 this time. We'll see the pods getting destroyed and recreated on the right side. But what happened? The moment we ran the command, there is no activity on the right side wherein we are monitoring the pods. Why? Because this deployment is paused right now. Let's take a look and let's verify that none of our pods are running 1.27 image. Let's check the rollout status first. It clearly says 0 out of 5 new replicas have been updated. We still have 3 replica sets. The 4th one hasn't been yet created. Let's check the image inside our pods, which are currently running. Nginx 1.14. It's still on version 1. The previous version we rolled back to. Now we are resuming the deployment, and the moment we resume the deployment, we see all the changes that we just tried to make are now taking effect. The rollout status of the deployment pizza fleet is still getting updated. As I said, we do this when we need to make several changes at once without triggering a separate rollout for each one. Now let's scale down the pods to 3 replicas. And just like that, we saw everything happening right in front of our eyes today. We saw the replica sets getting created when we created the deployment, and then replica sets creating the pods that it's responsible for. We also saw how how the deployments keep a history of the replica sets and how they maintain an overall history of the deployments that have taken place in the environment. So we have now done this twice, once in theory in the pizza shop and now in practice in real Kubernetes cluster. And if you have watched both videos, something should be clicking for you now. The story and the commands are the same story. But there is one thing I pointed at in the YAML today that I didn't fully explain. This part, the selector, match labels, app, pizza fleet, and the labels on the pod template. I asked you, how does a replica set know which pods are its pods? And in a cluster with hundreds of pods running, how does your pizza fleet count keeper avoid accidentally counting drivers from someone else's fleet? The answer is labels and selectors, and it goes deeper than just replica sets. It's also how services route traffic to the right pods. It's how you group, filter, and target anything in Kubernetes. It is the glue that holds the whole system together. In the next video, we are pulling that thread: labels, selectors, and namespaces. We will see exactly how Kubernetes uses them, what happens when they are misconfigured, and how they connect back to everything we have built here. If this video helped you, hit the like button. It genuinely helps more people find this series. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you there.